How's it going? Happy Tuesday, everyone. We're streaming another Chimpers community spaces. We chimp every day, but especially on Tuesdays. And you know that to be true. Let's start this now. Alrighty, I hear sound. Seems like it's working. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Hopefully your Tuesday has been amazing. Shout out to my one step at a time family over on YouTube, the X family with the Cherry Chim Chronicles. Um, yeah, we're not on the go today, so that means I'm able to actually sit down and try to host this space properly. So hopefully I do an okay job. Going for perfect, but let's see. All right, we got Gaki. Gaki, happy Tuesday, friend. You've been active today, bro. I love to see that. Saw you in the morning spaces and positively quirky. And now you're here showing some love. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for jumping in. Let me start sending these notes on the chat. Sure. All right, let's get the jumbotron ready. It's Tuesday and we're chimping. A lot of stuff to go through. So much has happened since last Tuesday. Hopefully you guys been tapped in on CT timeline. And if you haven't, you're in luck because I'm chronically living on X at the moment, and so I bookmark everything. Roberto, there's a POAP today, brother. There's a POAP today. Roberto, I un POAP today. Yes, I was able to bring it out just in time. Hopefully, you guys love it. It's a memento to celebrate the 1 billion gift reviews. Another big milestone for the chimps. We love it. Insight. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Love the stream that you did with Sergito. Seeing you in a new light. I saw your soccer fan coming out of you. Love that. Love that. So I'm currently listening to some tunes on chimpers.world.com. Give it a go. Play your favorite tune, and hopefully it climbs up the chart. Waiting for Junkie. Gonna start posting stuff up on his timeline. We're gonna do a thing. Currently streaming on X, Church and Chronicles, on YouTube, on a One Step at a Time channel. Yo, we really got the best sales bot in the whole Web3 space. Prove me wrong. You can't. You just can't because Catfish is undefeated. Stronghold, happy Tuesday. Giving you a follow. Appreciate you jumping in on the space. And you left. Awesome. Yo, it seems like the momentum is coming back. I feel it. I feel energized. A lot of big buys recently. Who's been tapping in? A lot of migrated chimps as well. The activity is on the rise. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh yes. What just happened? No, what just happened? Hmm. Y'all guys saw that, right? I'm not bugging. Yeah, man. It seems to me that X doesn't like me. Let's get this shared onto via chat, via chat, yeah, via chat. Oh man, X be tweaking, bro. I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. Why X? Why do you do this to me, X? All right, we got wipers. Let's go. We got wipers. Appreciate you jumping in. Inside as always. Roberto, yes, thank you so much. I don't know what just happened, but X be doing things that quite frankly get me annoyed. Lynn, happy Tuesday. Giving you a follow back, legend. Thank you so much for jumping into the Chimpers Tuesday space where we recap on everything that's been going on in Web3, Chimpers related. We spotlight community members, we talk life, and we get into IP and what we find most exciting in the space. But like I mentioned earlier on, there's so much stuff that went on last week that just got me super pumped. Um, a lot of buying activity, a lot of migration, a lot of milestones. And we're all here for that. We love that progress in the space, regardless of market conditions. We can always feel comfortable in the dojo because we have active founders that just cook. No other word for it. They just cook. And just to like spotlight a new community member, not sure if you guys have seen, but it's a good way to start because we are talking IP, Web3 as well. We have a new dojo member. And if you haven't seen, noticed, it is Luca Nets. Before we showcase the post, I want to just start with this. Keep this behind in the little back part of your mind. The most innovative IP companies in the world exist in Web3. None of the incumbents are pushing the boundaries of innovation. This is how we win. Um, I guess different wording, but around the same sort of sentiment and sort of train of thought, really, that no one can really tap in to who are the supporters if you don't have a technology that tracks participation. Also, in this new landscape, you're able to foster relationship with the people that are actively supporting your brand. And so Web3 um, and the blockchain allows that. And yeah, I totally agree with Luca in there. Um, the most innovative companies will come out of Web3 and they will take market share. For sure, for sure. But yeah, real quick, let's highlight the chip that he just got, um, because I think is a banger. And then some praise, some love, some recognition, some glaze, whatever you want to call it. But it's just real facts that we have um, just a lot of support coming in recently from all angles, really. Um, and it's just something that you really love to see. And you really love to see that. Where are you, Luca? Let's see, let's see, let's see. But yeah, man, Luca was on a shopping spree. He was catching a lot of notable collections. Um, who do we have up here? Oh yeah, let's go. We got Insights coming up. We're in for a treat. But yeah, as I mentioned, though, we definitely have the best, most thorough, most uh, quality, artistic, just full package sales bot here, man. We gotta give a shout out to Cactus. The innovation here, the iteration is like lightning speed, to be honest. But here we have some daily Chimpers digest. I think we could start here because this is it shows you the kind of kind of sales bot that we have here. So besides giving uh, migrations, sales, burns. I mean, everything really. Now it's added a daily digest, and it also has added the Pixel Works and the Cherry Chimp Chronicles collection as well. Sorry, Insight. Are you able to come up? Let's give you a request. I need a. Oh, awesome! It didn't show here. Hey, what's up? Happy Tuesday, Insight. Good to hear you. Oh man, yeah, he lucked out. the the weave gods definitely blessed them. It's epic. It's a naked chimp. It's sparkly. I mean, it's got the whole thing. So yeah, again, good. I know I gave you your welcome, but you just got to highlight you. It's just awesome, really. Yo, talk about the excitement. No, go ahead, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, I mean, seeing them. Yeah, actually, now that you bring that up, I yeah, no, I haven't. Unless you count Genesis, there was a Wii for Genesis, right? And then that's the one that the Treasury picked up. But as far as the main collection goes, that one is by far the cleanest that we've seen. But I mean, where do we start? I mean, the team has picked up a bulk of Chimster, um, and I mean, it just further aligns it. And then this new feature that you guys recently dropped, which is the Giphy Maker. I find that to be so exciting because now, without like trying to like bother you guys in a way, now we can use our money to create things. We can use our Chimster to create our own Giphies. There was this nice little video that I'm gonna post up there if you guys haven't seen it, where it's Nate's chimp, and your basic is really, it looked really seamless. Like you put a title, you put a description of what you want. There's a password for updates or like back and forth maybe. Maybe you can give us a little more into depth on that. But um, again, just further utilizing Chimpster. You know, as a way to show that it's not just a one-off or a gimmick. It's our ecosystem token. It's a protocol that feeds into the entire space, and you guys have fully committed and not only said it in words, but there's a whole treasury online that you can check on OpenSea Chimpster Treasury that just seems to keep on compounding. Yeah, I think that's our little safety thing right there, in case Axe wants to do it. Yeah, yeah, 100%. I mean, they both go hand in hand. You give utility to the token, it feeds into the ecosystem, but you have this nice feature that incentivizes you to use the token because so far, from what I recall, maybe it was the second to last drop or the last drop that you had that you was able to buy it with Chipster, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. We haven't really seen sort of a feature to use Chipster. You guys hinted at there being like maybe a possibility for a discount, but this is like that one real use case, and I think people are gonna go nuts for it because when you showcase my gift, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just so good that I'm gonna start my little campaign on like giving away an art to see if people can find the best sort of use case for that gift, so I can just start using it. But yeah, I mean, because again with records as well, it's just gonna compound. Is it from me? All right, give me a second. Let me go mute and take this off.
Yeah, well, what was I saying? Yeah, on the payment side, the Chimpster has only been used on that so far, but we are working on a card drop, which will be launching in May with Harito's, the soda beverage brand that we've already done a Telegram sticker pack with. We'll be doing a full collectible card set with them on Ape Chain with Bored Apes. And it's going to be a really cool drop because, of course, there's going to be some epic rewards up for grabs, but also you'll be able to pay with Chimpster as well. So like another like cool use case being able to use it. And again, like over time, like the plan is to just keep weaving it into the ecosystem where we can, and yeah, show an intent. Like most strategy coins, like are sort of um, not utilized in that way so much yet. So like for us to sort of like push that boundary a little bit is like, yeah, something to be pretty proud of. So definitely stay tuned for that. Um,
It, it,
and
al-
yeah, mhm.
it always seems to me that, well, I don't know if how your sort of like gatherings are when you guys like huddle up and talk. Are you guys discussing sort of the market, the new technologies that are presented, and then finding cool ways to apply it, or is just like a natural thing that just happens? But if you look at the timeline, because we are about to celebrate a 4 year anniversary in May, it always seems that you're as you are being active, you're hitting like there's so many stuff you're trying, but you're hitting multiple things, and it almost seems like at the same time. It doesn't seem like too long ago that you guys were the first among the first projects that adopted well that were in the initial token works strategy drop, right? And then you guys, alongside with Good Vibes, adopted it as a token, and now you have records. There's what it might just seem like super like I don't know like obvious or something, but it just again it's another technology that just really plays into the depth and really the visibility of everything that's been produced over time. And now with this content fi, I find it so interesting. Like there's a million bearish token up for grabs. The fact that that incentivizes now holders. I'm not sure if it's for everybody, but incentivizes holders to use the bearish IP and create with it. But the cherry on top is that you guys, as the team, the founders, are able to sign off on which you guys deem to be brand appropriate, and that also like just helps produce more and more and more content that you're able to like showcase and add to your pitch deck. It just seems like you guys are always like you have your fingers on the pulse, and it would be great to see like what do you guys talk about when you're in your gather ups and your meetings. How do you guys tackle the fact that you guys are going so fast that now are you thinking of like getting a writing team together, like really trying to broaden it up, like maybe now start making the visions, or this is something that you will um, sort of have another team do for you? But just the possibilities right now, I just feel like they're just unlimited for you guys because of the amount of stuff that you just keep on adding and trying.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Now there's so much stuff that can be done, of course. Like um yeah, like we have so many ideas, but it's just like a case of like what makes sense for sure. And like of course like not everything is like meticulously planned. Like with the strategy token, like that was sort of like a an opportunity that like presented it to it presented itself to us as a way for us to, fill in a gap which, perhaps otherwise we wouldn't have like endeavored down because of like, of course, like for us, like our stance was that, we didn't feel that a token launch would be beneficial to like our community, like the long term vision, like where we're going. Um, so like in that sense, like sometimes like there are like opportunistic moments, and can definitely say that that was with token works, but it was like highly strategic as well, and that it wasn't just a case of, oh, let's do this because there's a lot of hype behind it. It was really intentional in terms of like the connection to the NFTs. Like there's like solve of that disconnect between the two products, which like typically has haunted like most NFT projects. It's you have a token, you have an NFT collection. They're two separate entities. Like how do you balance them both, and how do you give enough attention to both? And managing and straddling that is like quite a difficult thing to do. So the strategy tokens themselves like were quite novel because, well, they are novel because it solved that sort of equation a little bit. There's definitely trade-offs. Like, of course, like it's very different to a typical token that has like other advantages, but for us, it just felt like something that was right because of the fact that it felt very grassroots, organic, something that felt like it could sustainably grow alongside us as opposed to something that would, really weigh us down. So, um, yeah. And then in terms of, like you said, Franklin, like there's so much stuff going on. The story, the world, like everything is evolving. And it's, yeah, just like one piece at a time. One thing that we definitely want to do is like keep on expanding that sort of realm as well. And that's what we've been trying to do with the Kawaii Chimpers launch. Then of course the backstories, the World Hub launching, and of course that the next steps is just like going even more deeper into that as well, because a lot of like collections. I've said that in a few different posts. Like sometimes the NFTs can feel static, and there's like a sort of stigma around like the cultural provenance of NFTs remaining quite pure. But I personally think that if there's a world that is like underpinning a brand, like it should definitely extend into the NFTs. So that's that first step of getting all 5,555 chimps with a backstory that wasn't just like arbitrary, like just pumped out that doesn't make sense. Like it was very like interconnected to the chimps traits and the systems that we built around the regions and other things like that. So yeah, it's just one step at a time. But like you said, like there's so much that we're excited to like keep fleshing it all out.
I mean, I'm just as excited as you. But before we move a little further, I gotta give the stage to Junkie. Junkie, happy Tuesday. Good afternoon, brother. How you doing? How you chimping on a Tuesday?
Champ, how's everybody? Happy Tuesday. Just listening in, getting info. Life is good.
Yeah, man. You saw Luca. We got Luca now in the dojo giving chimpers their flowers. Um, we got some alpha too that we can share here. Since Sir Joy released it, I think it's good to also let the chimps know so they can start building up their little strategy before the dojo club rolls out. But yeah, so I mean, we already know that the that the quest for the diamond fleece, the book is worth 1 point. But what we just found out this morning was the point for the full collector's set, which I found to be again like the way that everything just fits in. It's to me it's super important because every single piece of whatever you're collecting matters matters to the team most importantly, right? And but it just you get rewarded for that support. But real quick, so in the collector hub, every NFT we've ever created scores points. The Ancient Chronicles artwork set scores 1 point per artwork, and 2 points uh, for full set. Bonus equals 8 points in total. So that will be 8 points out of 20 maximum points for the art and collectibles section. This section also has overflow prestige levels 1 to 5 for top collectors. The higher the collector's score, the prestige equals more chances for seasonal rewards. Do the math. So I think that's been a little bit more clarity to how the point mechanism is going to work. Inside, if you can, maybe this is like a two-part question. So now that you integrated the Chimpers Chronicles and Chimpers Pixelworks to the sales bot, Sir Joey, and you mentioned that every piece of this world has substance and matters. Um, how are you guys maybe scoring each individual piece, or is it the same thing goes with like what you have, for example, with the cards? If it's um if it's a Chimpster card, not all the Chimpster cards add to the point to, if not the highest. Would this sort of play in the same way? Because I know for a fact for the Pixel Works, there's like 10 different artworks. Are each one gonna count, or is it? Well, I don't know. Can you give us a little bit more clarity if you can?
Makes sense. Yeah. To be fair, I can't speak to specifics again because I know like Joey has been and the team have been putting together like a lot of like info to be sort of shared so that it's like pretty clear. But yeah, like there's obviously like different parts to it. Like there's the legacy cards, which of course like everybody got airdropped, and you know they account to your collector points as well. There's obviously your own Chimpers collection. There's if you hold Chimpster, the token, and then there's obviously there's tiers within that as well. If you hold 10 million, 5 million, 1 million, 500k, 100k, like there's different points for those. And then the strategy chimps as well, like holding those, they account to points. And then, art and collectibles. So, within that, there's, different achievements for like holding full sets, but even just like holding like singular stuff as well. But there'll definitely be more info going out on that. But like you said, like the whole point is the ecosystem and everything within the ecosystem is, given recognition so that, a lot of things like over time, like sort of start to collect dust a little bit. And of course, like it's impossible to, maintain, attention to every single art and collectible over time. But with this, like, it's quite a fun way to recognize that and encourage people to collect it. And we've built a system around it all that, allows you to work your way up to, collector score. And, of course, then the collector score will be, important for these reward seasons. But I think on top of that, there's that layer of like reputation, that layer of status, especially in this collector hub where we really put in a spotlight on collecting. It'll be really interesting to see people, racing to complete these sets and just, filling out their chimpins and being able to flex and showcase their, chimpin collections as well. And they're just so intricate, like looking at all of the different badges that you can get. There's just so many cool things. And I haven't even touched on the prestige system, which is, almost like, video games where, you reach max level and you can prestige and you enter that like other bracket of sort of reputation as well. So Yeah, I do think that there'll be more details coming out like real soon. But yeah, as Joey was like chatting away in the group today, like the ebook, like chronicles, like, stuff like that. We'll start to see a lot of people sort of collecting those, I'm sure, because they're going to be needed.
Junkie.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead, Junkie.
Alpha. I already have it, so I'm good.
No, I mean, last week that we was on the Tuesday Spaces, Junkie in real time, we looked at the collection, and there was so many grills up for sale, and I told Junkie as soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna move heaven and earth to like get myself enough to buy the balloon quest because I want all the quest
Mm.
additions, and I haven't seen the Balloon Quest up for sale ever in the whole time that I've been just I live on OpenSea basically, and yeah, just to see the price action since I've like really chronically on either eBay or chronically on OpenSea and X2. I've seen the price have has risen over the past couple of months. As little as more people are buying it, you know, there's more people that see the value in collecting parts of what led to this global phenomena. I know I'm speaking a little too early, but I think it's there already. Um, but then again, you know, you just gotta think about the fact that you have not only a visual feast that you can look at, but it's truly an art piece. It's to the ebook. It's an actual book that you can read. Like you can open it, go through it. It's an experience. You swipe left and you read it. You get this like prelude from you and Timpers. Like it just adds. There's a lot of stuff that is really overlooked or not super appreciated. And as someone that tries to pay attention to detail, I feel, and I've said this multiple times, that these art pieces are extremely overlooked and really ridiculously um, underpriced, to be honest. And well, I'm definitely putting my Ethereum where my mouth is by scooping up as many as possible. But real quick before I go on a long tangent, it's been six minutes into the 30-minute mark. So guys, we have 24 minutes for you guys to claim the POAP that I've cooked alongside with my AI friend. Hope you guys like it. It marks the 1 billion Giphy view milestone that we set out to reach this year, and boy, have we delivered in that. Yeah, 1 billion views on Giphy with 1.7K uploads. Another big milestone for the team inside. What do you say that you credit that to?
Yeah, no, the Giphy was definitely a testament to just the new AI tooling that we've been building with the Catalyst. I think that has like definitely been the biggest driver behind the growth because like the production levels have just like tenfolded. Like it's just pretty insane. Still like a lot to improve on. But yeah, like you know, in just like a month or two, like we went, you know, a few 100 million views, which is awesome. Um, so yeah, like that was a evading us for quite a long time, like trying to figure out how to crack Giphy, like with all our time like focused on building real like quality content on socials, and sometimes it's just hard to have that like level of output. Like you do need like hundreds and hundreds of GIF. Um, so yeah, it was a great addition.
No, yeah, Junkie. Have you seen anything exciting this week that's popped out in your timeline? You want to add to what's already been said?
Um, no. A lot of OG projects that were like nothing have come back from the dead, and the market's still doing what it does. Chimpers always does what it does. I see a lot of new holders spreading more chimpish thoughts all over everything: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, literally everywhere. It's good to see, and yeah, I sat in the Discord yesterday and talked to people like half the day, and Chippy's got a hold of them, just like the rest of us. They just love it. And once you get a feeling of this project, it's hard to ever leave.
Legend. What a legend. No, actually, I'm glad that you pointed that out because I think there's such a vibrant energy that comes in when you see chimp curious Web3 natives, just studying chimpers, just looking at chimpers, or even recognizing it, or not being holders, or just being admirers for a long time. And once they start looking through the activities, through the pitch deck, they start like giving out that excitement and that energy that maybe we once had, but because we're so in it, we might not see it in that fresh kind of view. But it's so exciting to get new members that love love the brand, enjoy being part of the community, tries to add as well to it. Um, for example, we have a legend over here, Dragon Seller. He mentions, there's a few projects I truly believe in besides Basie, and that's Chimpers is one of them. Happy Chimp Tuesday. FYI, I don't work for them, nor do I get paid to show. But I just love what this brand. Uh, but yeah, man, to your credit, a lot of new people have just been coming in, and it's a beautiful thing to see that they share in the same excitement and love the brand as much, or maybe even more, as one that's been in it for a while.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I was just gonna say on that. This last week was definitely, yeah, it was like quite a crazy week for sure. Like we did have like a lot of new people joining. Like shout out to Dime in the audience as well. Picked up an amazing ocean bender. War as well, and even like Dro has been like fairly new. Goki picked up some, traded a sick chimp this week as well with Bagel, who's here. So it's just really cool to see like everybody enjoying the collecting experience. And um, yeah, like it does start. It's starting to feel like we've like turned a corner a little bit in like the respect of when NFTs used to pump, like it was just like a very short term thing, and people would get turned off right after because there was like those horrible things going on with Blur and other marketplaces that just stifled any growth. Whereas now, like everything's bottomed out. Like the people who are still here are the ones that genuinely care, and I think everyone's just sort of like picking what projects they want to fall in love with. And I think somebody mentioned on Loki Spaces that one of the cool things now, like 4 years in, is the projects that are still here have so much meat on the bone. So whenever somebody joins a new community, like there's just a plethora of stuff for them to just dive down into the rabbit hole to learn about. And I think that's why we've been like so focused on this year, at least like since the start of January, is just trying to build places for people to go down that rabbit hole, like the World Hub, and then of course like the Collector Hub, which we're talking about very frequently. Like it's taken a long time, but we just don't want to rush it because we know that like we want the experience to be so good that yeah, like we've been on it for so long now, like it has to be perfect. But yeah, I mean it was great to see like everybody joining, everybody chimping the timeline. And like you said at the start, like we acquired 1 million Chimpster as a result of the royalties during that like explosive weekend, and fueling the treasury, fueling the rewards for the community. um, And yeah, I just think it's a matter of time that, more and more people start to see Chimpers and the depth behind it. And I think, looking at like picking up a chimp was just the cherry on top of that weekend, just to really, validate the feeling that we had that, maybe, Chimpers is starting to get some real recognition here. So we were just stoked for the community, you guys, and us as well, just to keep that fire burning. And yeah, it feels like there's a lot of exciting stuff ahead with maybe in the big birthday month that is filled with a lot of awesome releases that are upcoming. So yeah, just super stoked.
Let's go. We want that online shop. I need to buy some shirts, some chimpy shirts for the gang. No, man.
So
Honestly,
bad.
So
I was literally in a DM chat with someone earlier, just very sneakily just sharing some teasers. The online shop is like virtually like ready to go, like in terms of like we've just completed the Shopify storefront and just getting it all together. We've got like a bunch of BTS sort of video production and photos of like putting together all of the products, like the shirts and some of the accessories, and cooking all of that up. So there's that, and just a bit more alpha as well. We are working on, like, of course, like series 2 of the blind boxes, but also like a hero plushie of Jimpy,
oh,
which is going to be huge. But also for the World Cup, expect some fun stuff around that as well, because we're going to be
Nice.
pushing something for that as well. So yeah, there's some fun stuff to look forward to.
nah, that's amazing. That's amazing. No, I mean, so many milestones. Like you said, there was so much activity. Like I mean, the floor price was like below 5.5, and it now sits at 7, which was a big run up. We had two legends enter the Chimp Millionaires club recently. By far, I don't. It's just the gold, is the devil and angel. All of that is just down my alley. Like Ryan's Chimp Millionaire PFP just goes so hard. But that wizard, I don't know who it belongs to, but man, I'm loving seeing the Chimp Millionaires grow, and it sort of again highlights the fact that you guys are masters at rallying up the people. Also, incentivizing different things for different occasions. In this sense, you get this one of one PFP that you create alongside with Timpers, and obviously you have to hold that amount. If not, the soulbound gets a burn. I think it's 24 hours. But the fact is that
Yeah.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Chimpers legends that are in here that see the long term vision and that are playing a massive part in supporting the foundation that is Chimpster. And that's a beautiful thing to see, right? Because they have the resources, they have the capital, and they're putting that to work alongside with the team. Something that I see, and
Yeah.
I stay a little bit at awe, because I mean you're just saying 10 million chimps a token, but at different price points that could be a lot. Being junkie will running the math, I'm like, wow, that is a lot of money that I can't do. But if I did have, man, I would love to do that, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
you had two new members in the Chimp Millionaires Club that deserve a big shout out.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's like a really interesting thing because it's of course like a large amount, 10 million chimps to like it's that's like the elite status, and like with that, I think being able to craft your own like forever PFP that is like resemblant of like your digital identity in like chimpified form like is quite interesting. And like it's soul bound, like it can't be traded, but that's like the beauty of it as well. Like it's exactly shaped for you, and And again, like it's not really been done before, so it's just like a fun way to represent that status. But of course, like we do plan in the collector hub to have other tiers, like not PFPs, but like at least in the collector hub, there's going to be, you know, recognition of like, you know, other holdings of like brackets like 1,500,000, etc. So, you know, points accounting to those as well, and you know, making it so that the other levels of, you know, holdings matter as well in the sort of Chimpster ecosystem, which is important. But yeah, no, those are sick, and it's good to see everyone loving them and PFP in them. Zimpa's, you know, even though he's like working like very much on the kawaii like illustrated style these days, like he's still got his pixel pen working pretty well, it seems. So yeah, no, that's awesome.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, also on the on the topic of a lot of just activity happening, Cap, shout out to Cap for joining the Genesis Club again. Um, we've also been added to the Normies Vault, which I believe they're doing a similar sort of reward pool, but it's always great to be collected to be able to give to back to a community member. I'm heavy on that. That matters. It shows that there's willingness to reward and to back it up with with money. But yeah, also like Hikaru, playing with the create your own chimpy, the chimpy maker. Um, yeah, just those little things, shows that there's like this staying power. There's this willingness to or curiosity to just play around in the chimpverse, little by little discover other things that you haven't seen. And I just I enjoy seeing other people's enjoyment for the thing that I really am passionate and believe a lot in, and it always brings a smile. It always brings a smile to my face. But another one that we should highlight real quick is RP. Man, that sculpting is amazing, bro. There's I don't know what other word to think other than chimtastic. Have you taken a look at this junkie inside? Have you taken a look at this?
Is that
No.
the clay?
Yes, it's the first post to the left.
Oh yeah. Actually, I replied to that today. Like it's so sick.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah, man. It's great. Also, man, the reaction that you guys. I mean, you're getting this from another founder, in Sergito, and seeing unboxing the the blind box and just really loving it, and how crazy luck is that his mom actually loves dragons, and now his mom is gonna have Chimpers IP, which is really dope.
100%. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Like it feels like we're close with like a lot of teams. Naturally, like you'll speak, you know, more frequently with some than others, but like being able to jump up with like Sergito and you know, like, he's always been like vocally supportive of us, and yeah, just like having fun jamming on like their stream today. Me Bits Football, opening up some blind boxes. Yeah, you know, being able to get some joy out of the plushies is so awesome, and you know, in many such cases, like there's so many people that are enjoying them, like you know, on socials, you know, all over the place. Because I'm like in close proximity to like DMs and like socials and people who enjoy the content, like even just like fan art creations that people send us, and you know, drawings of Chimpy, and just the joy that it brings to people every day, like is yeah, definitely warms warms you up real good. So yeah, it's always nice to see that. And yeah, I think as well, like on the point of like just teams and founders, like it does feel like everybody's getting a bit closer together, which is awesome.
That's what you need.
No, for sure. I mean, and look at just talking about that. There's an initiative by Luca for the consensus in Miami, where he wants to gather up founders. It's really something that you guys always led with, the power of collaboration. There's so many examples that we can go through, but
Yeah,
just that's who you guys are. And now to see other big leaders follow suit, Gary joining in, the switch between you and Ty, and then also a lot of like good vibes community members trading one for ones. Like the
yeah,
unity, it's something that is a breath of fresh air. But back in the days, I'm not sure how it was because I'm not like I was probably got in like in late 21, around 22. But I've always been in at like sort of the thinking that if one team wins, that's a win for the whole space. But it just seems now that the leaders are putting a highlight on that, and again putting their money where their mouth is and showing that love. I honestly, besides the fact that he bought the NFT from certain collections, he highlighted why.
yeah, definitely. Like it's like there's like so many different ways to show recognition. You know, like you said, like opening up a blind box on stream, like it doesn't necessarily even have to be like it buying an NFT, but like it just celebrating the small wins, like for everyone, like is important, and we should be like patting each other on the back and supporting each other because the space is just way too small for us to think that we should be competing um, to try and better somebody else. Like it's definitely good, like from a competitive sort of mindset. But yeah, I think that like tribalism that has existed for the past few years is like now sort of still there, but like slowly dissipating. And that I think everyone's sort of coming to the conclusion that the space is only going to continue getting smaller unless we really do start to hold hands a little bit and start to push forward together, as opposed to just working in silos and trying to get wins over each other. Like it's a big world out there that is very much of the opinion that NFTs and crypto are very bad for the world. So if that's going to change, it definitely requires everybody to be supporting each other, like in our small little circle here. So um, yeah, it's good to see everybody sort of come into that sort of consensus.
Yeah, Funky.
That clay chimp that you said is amazing. Did you see the back of it?
Nah, I
Yeah,
didn't.
it's sick.
Just a tail.
Yeah, if you go on his page and scroll down 3 or 4 messages and you see the back of it, it's friggin' dope.
That is so dope. That is so dope.
I think
Um,
he's been working on that for a while
yeah,
too. Like,
I can imagine.
we've seen a rug being made late recently too. Like people are just getting creative and just showing their creative side. I love to see stuff like that. But man,
I,
speaking about like holding hands and just being active, there's like um yeah, I mean you've guys shown that so much. I mean throughout your card collections, throughout the reels, and it pays dividends. It pays dividends. It's that cross pollination, that growing horizontal, that thing that maybe is not really looked at as a needle mover, but that gradually compounds in itself. I mean, it just shows because, for example, your official TikTok shop, or the official shop for Chimpers page, it's growing. It has 1,396 followers with a whopping 100 98.2K likes. So massive explosion, and the one to highlight really there is the Fugglers times Chimpy plush that they made, gets so much love. And
Yeah,
just to think that there is no NFT attached to it, is just this cute little monkey that is going on adventures, and it just so happens that he crossed over to the Fugglers world. And then their massive fans love anything that has to be anything with Fugglers, and to see Chimpy made into a Fuggler, and they just show so much love to it, and people wanting it like so bad. But just the fact that there was only two made, it sort of like opens up the appetite, like, oh dang, so I'm gonna be in a watch because now I want to see what else they drop. And yeah, again,
yeah,
it just shows how you guys innovate. And just it's just simple stuff. It's not like you're pouring a whole bunch of money into it. It's like, what, we know what works. Let's try it now with a physical product. Let's create little shorts that are engaging with physical products, showcasing our products, but also creating engaging and fun content. We know how to do that. Our The proof is in the pudding. It shows. So let's rinse and repeat, but let's do it this other way, this new way that showcases what we produce, the quality that it brings, without really showing it, more like, entertaining. And then you get to like just visually see, like, oh dang, this is a nice little plushie. After you finish like liking it because you enjoy the reel, you start liking it because the product is actually really good. There's detail to it. And then you go down further down the rabbit hole, as you mentioned to Sergito today. It's like, yeah, you said it so casually, but this is again where you guys innovate. It feels like you can put innovate, look up innovate or innovator in the dictionary, and you will see the Chimpers brand right there, because you tap the plushie, gives you this virtual certificate of authenticity. Still no, there was some hint, but don't know if that has further use cases down the line. But you get to know if it's real or not. Then you have this other reward where you have these cards, right? And we already know about the cards. It's another place where you guys innovated. It's a digital card. It's artistically done with love, whether it is the Kim Taos or the Gruels, or Timbers himself. It's art, quality art from quality artists. Then you get that nice Puge Keys unique sound on top, and then you get like three different ways to look at it: the spinning card, the actual animation, and then the still. And then guess what? You have this other option to get it physical. And then when you get it physical, dang, it's an AR experience as well. Like, what the? Okay, you got all of this playing on around still. And then guess what? If you are lucky enough to get a card that gives you ape, then you also get that. Or if you're lucky enough to get ton stickers that we've seen how well they performed on ton, being one, if not the fastest selling with the 555 initial drop, and the Doritos selling out shortly in the secondary. Like, just everything you guys do is, it just hits after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit without glazing. It just, again, it shows strategic. I don't know well, again, you say some of it's strategic, some of it is like, you're just going as it goes. Like, this is something new, let's adopt it, let's see how we can work with it, boom boom boom, let's try to do the best that we can in our lane while trying to adopt this. And it just works, bro. It's like you guys have the Midas touch, to be honest.
I definitely appreciate that. That was yeah, a lot of kind words, and yeah, like you say, it's just the way that we operate, and yeah, it's always nice to know that people, yeah, like enjoy the things that we put out there into the wild, and like we're always trying to level up and try to really, you know, push the boundaries, of course. But yeah, like you said, like at the start, just a few minutes ago, like the Fuggler stuff, like that has just been like such a huge hit. Like it's just so cool to see that outside of the bubble, like Chimpers is like breaking the Fuggler fandom, like and tearing it upside down. Like everybody's going crazy about Chimpy, and you know it's definitely good validation, and has onboarded a lot of new people into the Chimpers sort of world and community, and people who are now eagerly awaiting what's next, like another shop product or another plushie, or even in the future if the Fugglers cross our path again. But like that's the great thing about like these collaborations is that when they're like authentically like relevant and like culturally relevant, and for us, like one of the things in like Web3 is that um, there's this sort of expectation that like any collaboration or partnership is good if it's just big. Like you could just throw any name out there because it's big, like it means something. But like it's not the case. Like for us, like we're really like zoning into like what is a culturally relevant collaboration that doesn't just sound nice and like gets people excited on the timeline, but it's something that really serves to build real fandom under the hood, and something that adds like real sort of building blocks into like the space that we're pushing into. So that Fugglers collab was just like the epitome of that. Like that was the real prime brand that is like dominating the sort of lifestyle character brand, like kidult sort of landscape. So for us to be able to get that opportunity out there that's now in the wild and is going to be this evergreen thing that people will always come across and associate with Chimpers is huge. And like it's already something that is just a huge like leaf feather in our hat, you could say. When we're approaching other people, and it's already like working as expected, really. Lots of people excited to see it and to learn more about Chimpers. So yeah, it's cool. And there's more where that came from as well. So yeah, like it really is a prime example of like breaking out of the Web3 bubble, onboarding, and you're not necessarily on board into like Web3 yet, but the like affinity to the brand and like building real sort of fandom, like is the biggest thing that like any like Web3 brand can do to keep that like longevity. So yeah, and everything else that you said, Franklin, it was amazing. So I appreciate the kind words, of course, always.
Junkie, tag you
Yeah,
in,
what's the
bro.
secret word for the POAP? Must have missed it.
Oh, I put it on the chat. Secret word was one B GIF for the 1 billion GIF.
Oh,
But yeah, if you guys did not get it, shoot me a DM. I'll try to fix it in the back end.
yeah, it's over.
I gotta get better at saying it maybe once, twice, or maybe 3 times. But real quick, I do see Soulmate. She runs her spaces. I think this Thursday she's gonna have one. She's been active, so I gotta give her a shout out. Appreciate that joining in. Bagel, War, Gaki, Pistol Pete, Sephora, Dragon Seller, Mr. Cat, do 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 do. Uncle Mac. Yo, Uncle Mac. I like that mutant, bro. Timmy, Bozo, Legend. Where we at? Where we at? Follow back to We Change app. Yeah, I saw somebody come up and they left. Sadly, I'm sorry. So if anybody wants to come up, jam it up with us, maybe ask a question, please do feel free to come up. We are sort of hitting the end of the show. We already reached the 1 hour mark. We don't want to take too much of anyone's time because everybody's time is valuable. But if you guys have anything else to add on top of that, any questions, please feel free to request. I'll bring you guys up. I don't know, Junkie. I mean, I went on this little like flower throwing rage here. Do you have anything like to like maybe say something?
Franklin,
Huh?
it was like a bed of roses that you laid down. It was beautiful. All I can say is I need Chimpers merch, so I need the store.
Facts.
That's
It's
it.
coming real soon, Junkie, don't you?
I know. Oh, I know. I'm trying to hold it together, but yeah,
Together.
good space.
Facts. You've been
Yeah.
on a shopping spree with a lot of Bored Ape stuff. Did you get anything from
Uh,
birthday celebration
what birthday? Oh, for Board 8?
for Bored Ape? Yeah.
Dude, I bought so much crap over the last month. It's insane. I have a whole like section of closet of Web3. It's insane. But
Oh, that is a
yeah,
bad drip.
I need some chimpers in there. That's one thing I have nothing of.
Facts.
At least not clothing. I have so many cards. I could start a card store.
Definitely need to balance it out a little bit. But yeah, no, that's going to be sold for. So yeah,
Yeah.
stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Uncle came
Uh,
up. Uncle, are you there?
Hey, good evening. It's not
Happy
quite morning
Tuesday.
yet.
what's
How you doing?
up?
I'm good.
Good.
I just came up to say hey to Insight and appreciate the warm welcome you gave me the other day, even if I did think that you were a scammer trying to hack me and steal my mutant. I'm still not convinced that you haven't been hacked and this isn't an 11 Labs voice clone or something. I was like, it's like, who's this messaging me, like being all friendly and shit? Definitely trying to scam me, but just turns out you've been nice. So, no, I do appreciate it. Thanks.
So it's a common sort of recurrent thing. People do tend to think I'm a bit of a robot. So definitely excused on that. But yeah, no, it's good to connect with a fellow Northerner. Actually, I was speaking to somebody else today that is also from up north. Oh damn, I forgot the handle now.
Is it Kiwi?
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the three. Well, we could call ourselves some Northern Monkeys, couldn't we? We could go for that, I imagine.
Yeah,
Some brand.
absolutely. There's a lot of there are a lot of northern chimps like in the community, to be fair, and we are planning a meetup in June, I believe, with Craig, and there's going to be a bunch there, so you're definitely more than welcome to come join us if you are around Manchester at any point in June. So just want to throw that out there for you.
Awesome, thanks, man. And Chip's also northern. I think Chip's more northern than me. Chip Monkey.
Yeah, he's from the Lakes, right? Oh no, I might be wrong.
I can't remember. For some reason, I always think he's from Newcastle, and then I tell him that, and he goes, "No, that's complete." But he's above me, and so it might as well be Scotland at that point. So who cares? But yeah, you should let him know because he's always getting grumpy. I think he's a grumpy old man, to be honest, more grumpy than me. And whenever Yuga announces anything, he's like, a bit of notice would have been nice. He gets like a little bee in his bonnet. So if you put in that in there, if it's in your Discord, make sure you tag him explicitly and be like, "Oh, old man, grumpy, you've got 3 months' notice. This is the event. Don't complain." So yeah, but yeah, I'll try and make it if I can do.
100%. Yeah, no, definitely. No, I think Chip Monkey is like pretty good in our books because he won a chimp not too long ago. So, I mean, hopefully that keeps him happy for a little bit. But don't blame him because the weather's been crap for quite a long time up there, and I think it's now turning for the better. But yeah, 100%. I'll let you know on the meetup. Give you those details.
Yeah, I think that Insight is just too nice, and maybe we're just too accustomed to like crap people that we don't believe his kindness, but inside is the real deal. Uncle Mac, trust and believe me, he's the real deal. But we got Kiwi up on stage. Happy Tuesday, legend. How are you chimping on the Tuesday?
Hey man, how's it going? I heard there was some Northerners around, so I thought I might as well join. Hope you lads brought your whippets and your flat caps. That's kind of surreal to hear so many like for those of you that don't like, it's like quite a specific part of England, the north. It's the
Yeah.
best part, obviously, the realest part. It's just quite surreal to hear the accent so often in like in crypto space. It's very cool. I like it.
This is a little bit crazy, to be fair. We all just suddenly spawned in. Chimps have just spawned in a load of Northerners, which is good. Yeah, I mean, on our team, like, there's Joey, myself, Timpers, Dan. Like, we're all from Manchester, so
Wow,
yeah, we like I said to Uncle, like, there's a fair few who are based in like Liverpool, a few in Yorkshire as well. So yeah, like as well as
yeah, I mean,
you,
someone's got to be from there, I suppose.
Yeah, that little part in the middle. But
No,
yes, you're more
Manchester's brilliant, though. I love Manchester. Probably my favorite city in England.
Where are you from?
I'm from Lancs, like further
Oh,
north.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Well, I actually went to university in Ormskirk, so probably
Okay,
not too far from there.
Awesome, yeah. So yeah, I just thought I'd pop up and say hello. I don't own a Chippers. I'm looking into it now. My friend Goki, who's in the audience, is like a huge supporter of yours. He's basically trying to sell it to me every day. All I hear is good things. I love the art. I connected with you a while back inside, and you're super nice actually. Yeah, like you didn't know me, but you were super nice. You gave me something, I can't remember what it was now. But yeah, it's good to reconnect with you and Uncle Max. Great too. He heard me on a space the other day, and he jumped on and started talking about putting pineapples on a steak like it was a normal thing that we did.
But you put pineapple on gammon, right? Meat's meat.
Oh, gammon, yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So just
But
move it over to the steak. So that's all I'm saying. Give it a try.
The classier version, I suppose.
It's good. It's because I ran out of tomato. You know, you have like a steak and a tomato and some chips and shit, but no tomato. And I was like, there's some pineapple there. I'm just gonna grill that, and it was banging.
I can't lie, I'm definitely a big pineapple fan, so I would probably try that too. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we've hijacked the spaces, guys.
Seriously, sorry.
Right. No, I love it. I love the UK accent. You guys keep cooking. I listen to you and just say yes. The tomato is new to me, so I like how you mentioned that. But yeah, no, glad to have you, Uncle Mac, Kiwi. Uh, Man, chimps and apes are family. So I mean, it's worth a look. Be a little chimp curious, but yeah, the stack keeps piling up and the chimps keep on delivering. And again, it's a breath of fresh air when you got a leader that is so engaging. As you can see, Kiwi and Uncle Mac. Now we got Figs. Figs is really out there, like trying to like reach out to people, sort of bring it more back to the community aspect of it all. And it just works. It just is the way to function. And I'm glad that Garga's able to go do his thing, what he's good at, but now have another leader come in and really hone down on the products and then the in real life aspect to it, because that's the secret sauce. But yeah, man,
No doubt.
for sure, bro, for sure. Yeah, we do these Tuesday spaces every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Every now and then we have Insight jumping in. My guy is always busy. He was on the MeBit spaces earlier on. He's gonna have another spaces, or he's gonna be on a stream actually this Thursday. This Thursday, Market Mates. So if you guys haven't checked that out, please bookmark it, save it in your calendar, and let's show up and see what they talk about, what the guys are talking about there. Yeah, and lots going on for people that are not in the dojo, not to worry, man. We don't see you guys any different. You guys still family, whether you're in it or not, because we have so much opportunity, whether you're a holder or not. Craig, a new chapter for the Chimpers Dojo Creator Program. If you're into gaming, content, streaming, video, writing, this might be for you. We're looking for people who generally enjoy creating and want to push NFT culture forward with us. What is in it for you? Exclusive merch drops, more eyes on your work, support to level up your content, opportunities to sharpen your skills, monthly community rewards, plus a few extra along the way. How it works, we will be selecting a small group of creators to join the dojo. Each one will get their own custom chimp style PFP. Every month, creators' rewards are distributed. No complicated steps. Just create, stay consistent, bring value. If you know, or if you're in, or you know someone who should be in, drop a chimp below and tag your friends in the comments. Um, yeah, uh, can't add to that. But yeah, if you guys are aspiring creators or creators that just want to hone in the skill, earn some goodies, I think this is a great opportunity. I'm only streaming. I credit that only to Craig. He's been a massive help to me, and he has a wealth of knowledge that I'm sure can help anyone, no matter what part of the journey you're in your content creating journey. So yeah, that's something to look at. Please give it a like, show some love. If you know somebody that knows somebody, send them over to Craig. But I think with that, we touch bases on everything that's been going on. It's been a really great week. The market has been going up. We love to see that. Mutants are back up on top. I'm finally not in the red. I'm in the green now. Fingers crossed it stays that way unless some crap happens and whatever. But we still stick because the vision is more clear than ever because the builders are building and that, regardless of the market conditions, will compound over time. Um, but yeah, if you believe in NFTs, show up and do your part to proliferate because that's what it's all about. But with that, I think we can put a little bow on it unless Junkie, Uncle, Kiwi, Inside, you guys have anything else to add.
I did just get a case of Cadbury Flake bars for all the English people in here, straight from England. Yeah, yeah. And they're delightful. And that's about it. Chip, chip. They know.
I don't.
Oh yeah, 100%. I can't go wrong with the flake. To be fair,
Right?
yeah,
Your
yeah,
chocolate's so much better. And I'm not even a chocolate person, but I dated this girl from England, and she got me hooked on those damn things. They're
That's
good.
because
yeah.
that's because our chocolate's actually real chocolate and
I
not
know,
some sort
I
of
know. I know, I
brown
know.
fructose corn syrup.
This is true. I can't even fight that one.
I've tried. I don't even know how you have the audacity to call it chocolate. Same as with your Coca Cola. Oh my god, we could get into a whole thing about this, but we'll not go too far. Um, my
Yeah.
my my one little thing is if anyone wants to try it and if it's okay to say it, you can play as the Chimpers in my game. It's totally free to play the game. You just need a Glyph wallet, and it's called Minecart, and that's all I'll say. Thanks.
Oh, that's dope.
Sick.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
I've
trying to
got
give it a
I've
try.
got one thing to promote as well, and it's for you, NFT junkie. You've got to put the flake in ice cream. It's really
Oh,
just put it
bro.
on the top of the ice cream.
You,
It's
you
so
just crumble it. I already know. And I don't even eat ice cream, but I will join the two today.
same me. I'm not a big ice cream guy, but a flake and
No.
then let's go.
Phenomenal. Yep. He knows.
Try melt it as well. Apparently, there's like a thing on the internet, and they're unmeltable. Something about the like literal physical geometrical structure of them makes it so you can't melt a flake. Like, there's a weird. Go Google it. You'll be on a whole conspiracy hole.
It's like so aerated. It's the weirdest thing ever, but damn, those things are good. They just melt in your mouth. They're phenomenal.
So there you have it. Thank you so much, gentlemen, legends, for coming up on stage and chopping it up with us. As you heard from Uncle Mac, maybe next week he comes in and gets a deep dive on Coca Cola. But please go give his game a go. Let's show some love. Let's show him that chimps are loud and supportive. That is minecart.app. I'm gonna
That
post
is
it.
correct.
I'm gonna
Thanks.
post it up on the jumbotron. There's gonna be the first one to the left side. And yeah, with that, another banger space. I appreciate Insight for coming up again, sharing some of your time with us, giving us some of your insights, some alpha, a lot to look forward to. It's getting more closer to the shop. I can't wait. I want to buy merch. I don't know what else to say. I want to buy it. I want to throw money at Chimpy. Um, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Great spaces, guys. Thanks so much for everybody coming in. PBC War. Pistol Pete, Gaki for being in the front and staying to the end. Appreciate the support. Clocked, Mr. Cat, Bozo, Zombie. Damn, we got a lot of legends here, bro. I don't know who it was, but this is a big turnout. I think it's probably because we have Uncle and Kiwi up here. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. I gotta take the kids outside to touch some grass. Yeah, thank you, legends. Goodbye.
Chip, chip.
Champ. Oh, and I was gonna shut it off. That was a great space.